YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Boda, back in the building, unexpectedly, at least for me, because I'm sitting here editing the Eliza reveal video reaction, and I log in to see we have a maintenance notice, something I was expecting a maintenance notice, but I didn't think that they were going to drop a lot of the info that I skimmed over and saw within this update. We've got QOL updates, we've got more 5-star buffs that we had no idea was coming. 5-star buffs that I'm very surprised, so I want to take a look at it, maybe not spend too much time, because like I was saying in my other video, I'm kind of in a time crunch, but I had to get this video filmed and posted up for you guys so we could review this new information together. There's quite some interesting stuff. So we've got the maintenance notice, September 30th, 12 a.m. That will be tonight, Pacific time. Make your adjustments accordingly. We've got the new unit arc added, event updates, gacha updates, promotion updates, 5-star enhancement release for select units, shop updates, various improvements, other updates, and compensation, which we will always take. So there are the icons for the new Eliza and her arc coming. Here's the teaser for her event, Flames of Regret. The story is as follows. After the battle on the continent of Adon, Eliza, member of Council of 10, is instructed by Prince Roland to find her own path. Feeling helpless in her battles thus far, she returns to the place where it all began in search of new power. So I'm excited to see this, some more events centered around the continuation of the story. Sounds like it is bringing Prince Roland back into the limelight, so a lot of those who are wanting a Roland shift, could she be a precursor to a Roland shift as the 2.5 Anni drop? Wouldn't that be juicy? I saw a lot of people actually expecting him. I honestly can't see it happening, because just to bring him into the current story, maybe they'll do a shift with the next story update they do for the 2.5 anniversary. Maybe they'll go back to Adon and do a storyline there rather than continue on the newest map and the new storyline where Kyle is at. So maybe that could be a potential possibility. I can see it making sense with the release of Eliza. You could see in the release video how much she loves her some Roland, so you guys may be on to something there. Looks like clear training quests. Gonna be one of those quests that drop extra battle tickets in order to fight in the extra battles, where we can earn orange orb recovers. Well, yeah, that's better give me some orange orb recovers. Giving us one of each of the radiances, which is very generous as first clear reward, so we will definitely take that. Looks like in these event battles that we're going to be using tickets for. What's going on? There was my voice. Not only are they going to give us 3 unit souls for a party unit, so it seems like you would have to streamline a soul grind with 1 unit brought to the event, or you can just bring 3 units and get a random 3 souls for one of the 3 party members. But also, they're bringing back the guaranteed increase of Arc Ether when completing these stages. 60 ticket costs, depending on how quickly we can accumulate those tickets. That's quite heavy. So I don't think this is going to be something you're running a lot. Maybe you'll be able to run it 10 to 20 times if you're a casual player, depending, of course, on the way that you accumulate those tickets and how quickly you can. But with that 60 ticket cost, 2% Arc Ether, if you're able to run it 50 times, then you'd be able to max out an Arc and get the Arc Ether reward. So quite a nice deal there. Anytime they do Arc Ether guaranteed increases, definitely not going to complain about that. Looks like 3 types of limited equipment are going to be available. Doesn't say anything about the alchemy tab, so I don't know if we're going to be able to enhance those pieces of equipment. But look at this. This is a fun sticker, if I must say so. I'm here, grunts. Very funny. Very nice. People are going to spam this when they enter multiplayer lobbies. So I'm down bad for some stickers that will be used and are going to be fun. Here, if you want, pause the video, you can read a list of the event units and their respective bonuses when you're running them in this event. And then we can see the Gacha Updates teaser, DOH Festival, of course. I mean, it's Eliza, Shift Eliza. I expect Descent of Heroes to be the standard now. I have shifted my perspective in terms of the limited release schedule that IDAS does. DOHs are the new normal banners. They're nothing to get excited for. The most exclusive ones are going to be your collabs and your seasonals, honestly. And then your general pool units are slowly getting pushed into the grave. So we should just expect DOH after DOH after DOH. If you've got $10 laying around or whatever, how much of 10 to 13 bucks, you can do the step up and get this nice little deal of 10 spins for the cost of 1, which is great. And then probably one of the most hype things in this entire update, something that Tweaks has been calling, something that any veteran in the community really has been saying. We're getting close to the anniversary. Look out for a unit and arc selector step up banner. This is why you save your crystals, everybody. This is why you hoard 15 to 30,000 crystals at all times in preparation for these celebrations, so that you can do these and get an arc exchange ticket or unit exchange ticket. But for me personally, the arc exchange tickets are going to allow me to get the bell tower guaranteed for 15k, which is going to give me skill charge 3, a skill I've been desperately needing for certain strategies. This is also something that comes in use if you didn't guarantee yourself Sandworm or Caldina the Great. Right here, 15,000 crystals guarantees you that. No more RNG. You can't make excuses. The only excuse you could make if you're not able to take advantage of this is that you can't resist the urge to drop those crystals. But they're bringing them back, everyone. I am so happy that we don't have to wait all the way until the 2.5 Anni drops. They're bringing it a week early, or 2 weeks early, and I am so happy about that. We've got 2.5 year anniversary countdown promotions, so very excited to get into that. That's actually going to be a separate tab. Okay, scrolling through, they're giving us just, what is this? 1,500 crystals in total for login bonuses. You can see the training dungeons that they're opening up. Nothing that we aren't accustomed to. Special training gate, special skill study dungeon. Love it. Grand ability gates. Great. Just getting you ready. Prepare yourselves for the big celebration with these dungeons. This is where you'll be able to spend your event orbs, and you don't have to worry about, or hopefully you don't have to worry about grinding out Eliza's event too hard or too sweaty in order to take advantage of those training promos as well. And here's another thing that I don't think any of us were expecting literally at all. We are getting 5 more 5-star enhancements. Well, technically 4 more 5-star enhancements, 3 of which are DOH units. Granted, they were released 10 months ago, literally when I started. This is the group of units that I started the game with. They have now just completely skipped over some of the units that we were expecting them to work on with their 5-star enhancements, and they're jumping straight into these units that we've seen. I know both Tweaks and I were like bashing some people. Maybe not quite bashing. Bashing's a harsh word, but we were telling people who were discussing a 5-starred buffed DB Ray that, like, why are we even talking about this? DB Ray's not going to get his 5-star buff anytime soon. I saw this and just laughed and thought, okay, well, I'll just take this on the chin and see what is going on. I don't understand what they're going to do with their buffs, so we're going to check it out since we don't have that much to look at. There's not a lot listed here. I haven't looked at anything. DB Ray obviously is not getting any added skills because there's no story nodes in his ability board to replace, or there's no skills to then add in order to bring him up to 108 out of 108. And it doesn't sound like he's getting any added skills when you then unlock his board to be 120. Probably just stat boosts, and then the extra multipliers or whatever they do to the actual S1, 2, and 3, and his traits. We'll see what they change here. So trait 1, thunder attack damage cap plus 8,000. That is going up from 5,000 to 8,000. So they gave him extra 3,000 damage. When using skill special, chance to deal additional thunder damage. Oh, he already had that. Okay, that's not a change. When close to death, thunder attack damage plus 60% and SCT recovery speed plus 60% once per wave. That's jumping up. Thunder damage plus 50% was the original. SCT recovery speed plus 60%. It says faster SCT, but I don't know what exact percentage that's going to be, or what that is going up from. Maybe it from plus 50% to 60% just for both of these traits. So just some extra boosts to his trait 1, extra 3,000 damage cap. Hey, we'll take that. And then trait 2, damage from human, god, and dragon types minus 25%, so that goes up by 25%. Thunder and ice magic attacks don't make unit flinch. So that is staying the exact same. Most of the buffs are in this trait 1 with some extra percentage and number increases. Then we've got AOG Lily. Let me pull her up real quick because I do have her as well. No skills added, but for her trait 1, light and dark magical attack damage cap plus 4,000. So already she has overtaken her OG form again. Sorry, Demos. Magic attack MP costs increases 10%, but deals plus 40%. That's quite generous, because originally it was 10% for 25%, now it goes up to plus 40%. And I should mention this actually just goes up by 2,000. Her original trait is plus 2,000 from what I'm looking at. Her trait 2, attack magic makes enemies faint more easily and break plus 300%. That goes up an extra 100%. And damage against enemies and break / fainted plus 50%. That's going up from a plus 30%. Others increase the power of skills level 1 through 4. This might be a saving grace. One of AOG Lily's biggest weaknesses is that her physical damage multipliers are garbage tier compared to other units, so maybe she will now be a hybrid mage, which is the only way you can keep mages very viable in today's meta. If they bring this up considerably and she's able to cap on her skills just like her magic damage, then we could see a very interesting version of AOG Lily with this 5-star buff. Next we've got my sweetheart, OG Alice. And I think I already see in red out of my peripheral what I'd like to see. No added skills, but trait 1, light attack damage cap, plus 2,000. Really? You could give her a 4 or a 5 like every other freaking unit? You had to give her the Claire treatment plus 2,000 damage cap? You gotta be kidding me. And then her special fill rate is plus 20%. In Slayer mode, special damage plus 135% and special damage cap plus 17,000. Both of those are increased from plus 120% and plus 15,000 respectively. So she's getting some extra damage cap on her special. Only 2,000 in total on her specials. She's getting plus 4,000 damage cap. And then just with her light attack damage cap, it's plus 2,000. Very, very sad to see that small damage cap on my girl. Oh well. Trait 2. When close to death, use 10% of max MP to greatly recover HP. Take temporary damage minus 40%. Apply buff for chance to evade physical attacks once per wave. Only difference I'm seeing with this trait 2 is that this minus 40% is decreased from minus 35%, so just an extra minus 5% damage mitigation. Okay, so slight buffs for these guys. This makes me sad, but is what it is. This will be very interesting to see AOGs increase, and they just are, again, small tweaks to modernize these units into the current meta. I'm kind of sad they jumped the gun and increased these 3 right out of the gate this early on before there's like a next jump in meta, because obviously with these 5-star buffs, it almost seems like they're rushing it. They're trying to get all of these 5-star buffs out of the way before they do another power creep, because none of these guys are going to jump up to whatever level is next, however long it takes to get to that next level. And then at that point, they're going to be as relevant as they are now compared to the current meta. It's just sad that that's going to happen much more quickly with these units versus if they just would have chilled out and waited. Let me not forget to mention Hobgobl, someone I'm not expecting much from. They are changing one of his traits, so that's fine. List of added skills, you could see all here. I'm really not even interested in seeing what this guy brings to the table. Trait 1, damage taken from all monsters, excluding bosses, minus 15%. Recover 30% HP when defeating enemy. Literally an irrelevant 5-star buff, but if you're a Hobgobl fan, good job. Shop updates, pick up your free shop set for the Eliza Souls and extra enhancement materials. Various improvements. Look at that. We got a Tor QOL update, everybody. Complete all and Tor again. Something that has been asked for a very long time. I think ever since I started playing the game, I have seen this Tor QOL update requested, and it's finally here. Something that I actually need to do. I haven't done tours. I've been forgetting to do tours every day for like the past 2 weeks. It's bad. But you can see here there is a tour again, and you can just go with all of them and complete all, which is just fantastic. It's going to save you a nice amount of time and very good to see. Look at this. There's some other improvements, guys. Increase the damage cap for some magic. Starverse, they gave 2,000. Nether Tempest, they gave 1,000. Absolute Zero, they gave a plus 5,000 buff to. And Black Hole, they gave a plus 1,000 to. So they're starting to add specific damage caps to specific T4 spells. Not going to complain at all. Again, these aren't damage caps that are going to bring the damage of these spells to another tier. The only one that comes close is Absolute Zero getting plus 5,000, but all these other ones I don't see being like super broken. Or not even super broken, but like I said, just escalating them to a new level of tier in damage. I'm not seeing with these damage increases. Improved mission list scroll speed. So hopefully in game that'll make a nice difference when you're trying to get through things. You'll be able to go hopefully faster and stop at a more convenient in a more convenient way. For other updates, they list some bug fixes. I think like all of this we've already seen before, but in order to avert some confusion, they are changing the word flame to fire for the skills like Fire Boost, Fire High Boost, Fire Critical Neo. They're changing from flame just to make it more relevant to the actual attacks that you are doing. You're doing fire attacks, not flame attacks, so that's cool. And then here, last but not least, compensation. During maintenance, compensation will be made for the change to materials required for Archon Wand, Granazon. Jeez, I couldn't say that. So this was something that we knew about, but we are getting, I imagine, the 8-star staff upon this update and whatever compensation they promised us, which seems like it was 500 crystals and 30 alchemoliths. So dope. We'll definitely take that. But guys, there is the update, the full update that is coming. This is, I guess, the official countdown to the 2.5 year anniversary, as we can see right here, and some very nice things that we're getting. One, the Arc and Unit Selector gachas are making a return. We're getting 5-star buffs that are completely out of left field. Are going to be fun to play with. I'm sure Tweaks is going to have a blast with them. It's going to take a while because, I mean, materials are scarce, and they're probably going to go towards Eliza, at least for the vets, before any of these three. But we'll have to see what the result of their 5-star buffs really looks like in game. And then, of course, the Tor update is going to be a very welcomed improvement in the game. So there we go, guys. I need to wrap this thing up so that I can get this up and get back to packing. But I'm very happy I was able to review it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, as always. That's all I got for you this time, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification right here, and make sure when you do, click all notifications if you want to be notified immediately when I post in case of emergency. you won't be out of the loop. And with that disclaimer out of the way, y'all know what we say. Work hard, play harder. See you in the next video.